Docs is our knowledge base feature or help center product that allows you to empower your customers to find answers more quickly. A knowledge base can encompass many forms of content, including frequently asked questions, step by step process guides, and even video demonstrations. A knowledge base is a cost effective way to reduce the time and effort your customers have to spend in order to get an answer and move on with their current task, creating a better customer experience and more customer delight. You've got access to Docs in every plan that we offer. It integrates directly with our platform, so you can write and manage all of your support documentation in one place. Our standard plan includes one doc site, and our Plus plan includes two doc sites. If you're managing support documentation for multiple products or companies and need to add more doc sites, you can always add additional doc sites for $20 per month for each additional doc site. Now, let's talk a little more about how you can organize the content in your doc site. Within a doc site, we have collections, categories, and articles. Let's talk a bit about how they work together. Let's start with talking about collections. A doc site can't be made public until you add at least one collection. You can create these collections in the Collections tab on the left sidebar. Here, you can give your collection a name and decide whether or not you want it to be public or private. Public collections are accessible to all customers, and private collections are meant only for internal documentation, and they're only visible to your team. This is great to use for policy or procedure documentation. You also have the option to add a description here as well to let your team know what belongs in this collection. We should note, collection descriptions are not public facing. This is something just for your team to help organize content. As you begin to fill out your doc site, you'll be able to view your categories right here as well. Categories are organized within collections. You can drag and drop these categories to sort the order that they're shown in your categories sidebar. Hover over the title of each category and you'll see a pencil icon appears. Click the title and you can change the name and add a description. Unlike collection descriptions, category descriptions are public facing. So you can use the category description to help your customers browse the right category. You can also change the default article sorting options from within a category right here. You can sort articles within each category by popularity, alphabetically, by the date it was last updated, or custom sort if you'd rather do your own thing. This is also where you can delete a category. If we open a collection, we'll be able to add and edit our articles and categories. If you want to change the order that your articles appear within your categories, you can also change that here in this dropdown on the top right-hand side of your screen. If you've enabled the custom sort option within your category settings, here's where you can drag and drop those articles to sort. Over on the left-hand menu, you can add a new article or category using the plus sign. You can either create a category first and fill it with articles later, or you can start with the articles and organize them into categories when you're ready. Let's go through how we create a new article. When you create a new article, you can give it a title and choose the article slug or the URL that your article is attached to. If you've got existing knowledge base articles saved somewhere else as files, you can upload them here as well. We support HTML, Markdown, and text files. Here's what an existing article looks like in the editor. If you need to change the title of the article, you can do so by clicking on the title itself up top. If you need to change the slug, you can make changes just above the title here. A great thing about this is that we direct articles by ID, not by slug title. So you won't break any links if you need to change an article title or slug at any time. Our editor experience makes creating articles a breeze for anyone. No coding skills necessary. Click the plus sign to the left of any new line or type / to open up the shortcut menu and find the formatting option that you'd like to use. From there, You can type the name of the formatting option you'd like to use to search for it. You can use the arrow keys to navigate the list by keyboard, or of course, you can select options with your mouse. In that shortcut menu, we've got options for adding many different types of content, things like block quotes, bulleted and numbered lists, callouts with different color options available, code blocks, dividers, tables, images, and videos. Additionally, if you're a Markdown user, you can type in basic Markdown syntax right here in the editor. If you need to add something even more customized that isn't already offered in our shortcut menu, you can use the HTML block option. This HTML block will accept any valid HTML5 tags and even event handlers that are usable within the body of an HTML document. The only exception there being script and style tags. We don't support adding inline CSS or JavaScript. If you do need to use custom CSS or JavaScript, we'll talk more about how to add that into your doc site a little bit later. As you're working, article drafts are automatically saved for you, and you'll see a green check mark appear with the word saved right here on the top right-hand side of your editor. The autosave function only updates the draft within the editor. You can click Preview to view the article as it will appear on your doc site while you're working on a draft. Click Publish from a new or unpublished article, or Update from a published article to publish a draft of your doc site. You can always unpublish from here as well. In this menu up top, you can also add related articles, which will show up at the bottom of this docs article as a sort of suggested reading list for your customers. View the revision history so you have a reference of any major changes that happened and can restore to an older published version if you need to. I should note here that we only store published revisions. Draft revisions are not saved. Finally, you can add keywords here to help improve search results in your doc's search function. Now that we have a collection, a category, and an article to preview, let's talk about how we can play with the look and feel of your docs. For that, we'll head back to the site settings from this little gearbox below our categories. To get started with customization, let's start with the basic site settings and work our way down. Here up top, you've got all of your basic settings, like the name of your doc site. This switch here turns your site public. We recommend keeping this switch on when you're editing so that you can preview your site as you build. If you want to use a custom domain instead of using the helpscoutdocs.com in your URL, you can use a CNAME to point to your helpscoutdocs subdomain. If you need assistance with that process, we've got a helpful docs article for you on this topic if you click the link here. The next section right here is all about adding your brand's look and feel to the doc site. Add basic options here, like uploading your logo and favicon or a touch icon, in case anyone bookmarks your site as an iOS app. You can also add some simple customization here, like a color scheme to your doc site. You have some more advanced customization control using CSS, which you can add here using the custom code section of your doc site settings on the left sidebar. Here, you'll find options to add your own custom style sheet or JavaScript to the head code of the site here. If you've got some developer resources available, the sky's the limit here. Going back to our basic settings, if you'd like to link back to your website homepage from your doc site, you can add the URL here and click this checkbox. Otherwise, your logo will direct to your main docs page. If you did choose to link back to your site's homepage, we'll add another navigation link here, and you can adjust the text of that link right here. Here's where you can edit the text that appears above the search bar. And then the meta description just below is the description that will be used by search engines, so you can add some more keywords in there to pump up your site's SEO. The Show on Homepage sort is where you control whether or not you display the most popular articles on your doc's homepage with a layout looking like this, or a category sort, which looks like this. Now that you're all done creating your doc site, you can measure the success of your site with our docs report. This report gives you all the data you need to improve the health of your knowledge base. You can view the unique visitors to see how many people are visiting your site in a given time period. And you can see the failed searches table, which gives you a list of common search terms and phrases that customers are using to search for your articles. Top articles is a great way to identify your customers and what they're reading. And here you can view the most problematic areas for customers and where they need help the most. Your customers also have the option to rate an article with a smile or a frown if you enable Docs article ratings. You'll see a happy, neutral, or sad face in your articles table on the Docs report to give you a quick view of the overall rating. Hover over the score to see a breakdown of those ratings. The happy face appears if ratings are 80% or more positive, a neutral face if the ratings are between 60 and 79% positive, and a sad face if ratings are 59% positive or less. You can use this information to inform how you develop your Docs content. And finally, if you'd like to easily display help articles on your website, you can do that with Beacon, which is our embeddable widget. Empower customers to find answers faster by connecting your Doc site to the Beacon. Now, no matter where anyone is on your website, they'll be able to read your Docs articles. So that is our overview of Docs in Help Scout. I know that's a lot to take in. So if you have questions, please send those in at help@helpscout.com or email us using the Get Help beacon in your Help Scout account.